U.S. military forces are now moving into a state of heightened readiness, and elite fighter pilots are standing by on full combat alert. Across the region, aircraft carriers, advanced fighter jets, and marine units are preparing for rapid deployment. But what is really happening behind the scenes? Rising tensions. Over the past few weeks, tensions in the region have been escalating at a rapid pace. According to military analysts, the United States has begun increasing its operational readiness in response to growing instability and potential threats. Strategic military assets throughout the region have now been placed on elevated alert status. This includes advanced fighter aircraft, powerful naval strike groups, and highly trained rapid response marine units. The signal being sent is unmistakable. If the situation escalates, the response could happen within moments. The power of the F/A-18 Super Hornet. At the heart of this military readiness is one of the most capable fighter aircraft operating today, the F/A-18 Super Hornet. Operating from U.S. Navy aircraft carriers, these jets are designed to launch in a matter of minutes. Armed with precision-guided weapons, advanced radar systems, and cutting-edge electronic warfare technology, the Super Hornet is built for both intense air-to-air combat and highly accurate strike missions. When these aircraft are placed on full combat alert, it means the pilots are ready to take off almost instantly. Marines ready for rapid deployment. Meanwhile, U.S. Marine forces are also standing ready. Marine expeditionary units are specifically trained for rapid deployment operations. Using helicopters and amphibious assault ships, these forces can move quickly into critical areas when needed. Their objectives are clear: secure key strategic positions, support allied forces, and respond to emerging threats before they escalate. A strategic signal. Military experts emphasize that these movements are far from random. They are part of a calculated strategic signal. By placing powerful military forces on high alert, the United States demonstrates its ability to react quickly if the situation demands it. At the same time, it sends reassurance to allies across the region that support is already in place. Final message. For now, this remains a show of readiness rather than an active conflict. But in geopolitics, situations can shift very quickly. And when advanced fighter jets, powerful naval fleets, and elite marine units move onto full combat alert, the entire world begins to watch carefully. Because sometimes, the line between peace and conflict can come down to only a few moments of preparation. Military power. If war broke out, the United States would likely rely on its overwhelming air and naval power. American aircraft carriers can launch waves of fighter jets capable of striking targets hundreds of miles away. Advanced aircraft like the F-35 and F/A-18 Super Hornet could dominate the skies. Meanwhile, U.S. submarines and destroyers carry cruise missiles that could strike strategic Iranian targets within minutes. Iran, however, would not be defenseless. The country has invested heavily in ballistic missiles, drones, and naval tactics designed specifically to challenge American forces. And Iran controls one of the most strategic locations in the world, the Strait of Hormuz. Part 3. Why the Strait of Hormuz matters. Nearly 1/5 of the world's oil passes through this narrow waterway. If Iran attempted to block the strait, global energy markets could be thrown into chaos. Oil prices could skyrocket, shipping routes could collapse, and the conflict could quickly spread across the Middle East. Some analysts warn that a war could involve multiple countries and turn into a regional conflict. Part 4. Recent escalation. In recent weeks, tensions have reached a critical point. Reports indicate that U.S. forces carried out strikes on Iranian military targets connected to strategic oil infrastructure. The attack targeted key military facilities while avoiding major oil production sites. Iran has warned that any further attacks could lead to all-out war, and both sides are now preparing for what could happen next. Final part. What happens next? Despite the military buildup, a full-scale war is still uncertain. Diplomacy, negotiations, and international pressure could still prevent a direct confrontation. But the risk remains real. Because when two powerful nations stand face to face, even a single miscalculation can change history. And if that moment ever comes, the consequences will be felt around the world. For decades, the United States and Iran have been rivals. Sanctions, military threats, and proxy conflicts across the Middle East have kept tensions high. But recently, military activity